afternoon, my MPP peeps. Well, it started out as a consolidation day today and ended that same way. Not much movement, at least in the S&P. So, we might have to grind along here a little bit before the next wave higher to this 39.80. So that's our target. Let's see if we can get it. We know our 10 SMA is, our serving as our line in the sand, so to speak. We start getting closes below the 10 SMA, then I think this 36.27, or even let me draw this a little bit further. Not that. This one right here. We could drop down here to 37.56 and possibly 36.56. So at some point, I do think we're going to get a larger pullback. And then if this 36.56, 3600 breaks down, I think at some point we pull back to the 200 SMA. But higher is what I'm favoring until those levels break. First warning sign is 10 SMA, and we're not even near it. So I'm looking for this 39.80, and if the bulls want to keep going, 41.60 is next. So let's target 39.80 first, see how the market reacts when we get there, and then we can make decisions based on that reaction. The Qs I think at an all-time high close, 333.51, just a little red today. Okay, so had an intraday all-time high, but closed a little lower. And I know that the Russell all-time high close. This thing is just, it's going bonkers. So I think the Russell, especially risk reward, is getting pretty thin, or at least the reward compared to the risk, getting very thin. You go to the VIX, still in this bottom of the channel. If we can break below it and close below 20, I think that'll be very good for the bulls. Tested it today, got down to 2070, but held it. So I'll be watching this the rest of the week. Some names we traded today. This SNDL got near our $1.80 target. We actually got stopped out. I put a 15% trailing stop on it. I was playing this one safe. It is a volatile name, and I don't want to get caught in a rug pull. So put a 15% trailing stop on it. That got hit, I think at $1.48. We got in around $1.40. So we made 8 cents, which, isn't great, but hey, it's still money. So winning trade here. Got into Blink. And guys, we lost on this 2 days ago, or yesterday. Was it yesterday we lost? Yeah. Lost on this yesterday because it closed below the 10 SMA. But I always stress this. A good trader has no memory. If you get stopped out one day and the stock turns right back around and starts heading towards your target, you jump back in. You jump back in to make that money. And that's what we did today. And we closed out half already, up 7%. And now I'm going for this 67, possibly 77. This one can really run, okay? The electric car space is on fire right now. So this one, could possibly overrun 67 and go to 77. And we got earnings March 31st, so we got some time. This one can prove to be a really nice winner. So we're back in this Blink. Net, we closed out today. Earnings are Thursday. My target was 97. Got to 94. I'm happy with that. Made about, I think, 12, 13% on this one. Nice win. And we'll see how the market reacts to earnings. We could come back down here and get another buying opportunity. So we'll see. But nice win in the net. Couple names we got in. not working yet. This CRSP triggered, got above this high right here, triggered, and pulled back as soon as it triggered. 10 SMA is at 166.90. So we closed above that, so I'm still in it. And I'm going to remain in as long as that 10 SMA holds. You know, I'm still looking for 260. That's my target. It's an ambitious target given earnings are March 5th. You know, we have less than a month. But the gene space has all pulled back to, you know, their 0.382 retraces, a lot of them. So at any point when buyers come back in, they could really take not only CRSP, but the entire space higher. And it's why we continue to watch this edit. Edit did not trigger today, but I'm going to watch it tomorrow. If it gets back above this 70.40 level, I'm going to go long. I think it has at least a bounce to 76.98. Let's see, what other names? FDX. FDX we're still in. Still a nice move. I got 270, 275 targeted. CAT, still looking good. Nice little bull flag forming up here after the gap yesterday. Still looking for 213. And then one more we could jump in, this Boeing. Boeing triggered today. Actually had a nice close, up 1.50% with a market red. So, you know, this one, broken its downtrend line above the 10 SMA. MACD curling up. This one could have a run. And I'm looking for 275, 290. 275 and I'm out. So those are the names that we're in. You know, a lot of winners. There are some losers sprinkled in there, but mostly winners. And we were green today when the market was red. And that's all you hope for. Names we're watching tomorrow. The Stitch Fix. Still trying to get back above this 10 SMA. Had a good day today, up 4.5%. 10 SMA is quickly catching up to price, and that's right now at 87.37. We can get back above there. This one's a long to go to 94.99, possibly higher. And then I'm still watching this OCUL. It gets right up to the trigger point, which is 2050 for me, and then backs off. It's done in the last 2 days. If it can get over it some point this week, I'm going to go long, and I'm looking for 28. Earnings are March 11th. I'm looking for 28 before earnings. And then I'm still watching this BTWN, this name I mentioned yesterday and this morning, still consolidating above this 10 SMA. If it can break higher, I think this one's a buy. So I'm continuing to watch this one. Oh yeah, and then Solo. Forgot about Solo. This one, it didn't quite get above the trigger point of 974. However, call buying was coming in, and it was moving higher. So I went ahead and bought. It was a little early, but I bought, and I bought around I think 904, and it cooled off after I bought it. But this one, I like the setup here. Call buying was very good, and if this momentum comes back, I think we could quickly get to 1050, which is my target, and I'll just go ahead and get out if we hit 1050. So, you know, electric car space, like I said, guys, is hot. So at any point, this Solo could find a lot of buyers and take off, especially given the call buying I was seeing today. So I went ahead and jumped in. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But 10 SMA is at 828, not far away. If we get stopped out, big whoop. Tiny loss, and we move on to the next trade. That is pretty much all. You know, I'm about, you know, I'm not seeing a ton of other trades that I want to be in at the moment. That can always change as, you know, as I do some scans tonight or I see some things happening tomorrow. But right now, you know, we're in a lot of the names we were looking to get in. I mean, I think over 3/4 of our ready to rock trades from this week have already triggered. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with where we are in the long boat. I think we're pretty long, and we're going to be able to capture even more gains if this market continues higher. Yeah, GBTC can't looking good. Ming, are these all names you want me to look at? HIMX, CLTP. All right, HIMX. Wow. Are you long this or are you looking to get long? I mean, this thing's just exploded. You're in here. That means you just got long. I mean, this one is, I mean, for me, the way I trade, I wouldn't want to buy here, especially given this candle. You got a lot of people, this is called a selling tail. For about 2 weeks, good. So you're in some, yeah, just hold it. I mean, this thing could run higher. You know, let's see how far this thing runs back. I mean, this thing could, you know, you look at this being the high and it just took it out. And you go down here to the low, okay, you go to about a 1.618, you're looking at 20, 21. So that, you know, that would be my first target for you, would be 21. And if you got gains built in, and you want to reduce risk, go ahead and take half off. Set you a 15% trailing stop on the rest, you know, and then just ride it. See if you can get this 21. You know, I mean, you got nice gains. What else? CLTP. CLTP? It's not showing anything for me. CDXS. CDXS. I mean, this is another one that is riding a nice trend line. You know, you can draw it right here. Looks good. You know, as long as it holds that 10 SMA and this trend line, you can continue to move higher. In the short term, it looks like, yeah, you're right at about a 1.618, so it's probably going to consolidate up here. So, you know, it may grind, but then your next target will be 35. NNDM. This has just been on fire. The whole 3D space has been nuts. Yeah, this one looks good. Ming, you draw 1.618 from here, you got 2094. So that would be your target, and I would stop it on a close below the 10 SMA, which is at 1493. Yeah, but this one looks good. CLPT. Clear point, yeah, this, man. Some really extended names, and now you got some divergence showing up here. See that right there? You got that when you're making new highs. This one is, it looks like it needs to maybe come in a little bit. I definitely wouldn't be a buyer up here. You know, the way I trade, I wouldn't be a buyer. I would at least let it settle a little bit, at least to like a 0.382 or a 0.236. So you draw a high to low, or low to high there, and then you draw a 0.236. Like, yeah, like at least a retest the 10 SMA, come down here to 23, in the 23.20 zone, and see how the market reacts there. See if it finds buyers, breaks down trend lines, and then I would buy. I'd let this thing settle a little bit. It's just way overbought. Cool. Anybody else? Anybody else have anything you want to go over? Kent, you got anything? You good? Cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. Well, I will see you in the morning. Until then, don't trade for thrills. Just consistently make those dollar bills. See you guys.